What a tough spot. And you've got to beg for Brian's family to help in all of this. It's outrageous. We've got another special guest joining us tonight. Gabby's stepfather, James Schmidt, is with us tonight in Jackson, Wyoming. James, thanks so much for joining us. I know this is a difficult time for the entire family. Why don't we start there with how the family is doing tonight and what you are doing in Wyoming?
The family, we're all focused on the mission here, and that's to bring Gabby home, find her as fast as we can. We've been working around the clock, very little sleep, and basically what I'm doing out here in Jackson, Wyoming, is just to be a liaison between the law enforcement agencies out here and our family back home in New York and in Florida. We have great representation in New York. We have great representation down in Florida, as you just saw with Joe. But we had nobody out here, and we want to have a presence out here. So we've really been trying to just establish that communication with the law enforcement and hand out flyers to the local businesses and just keep the word out that we're still out here. We're out here looking for Gabby.
So, James, we've all been watching this video from August 12th. That was released by Moab police, and it seems very apparent that there's some problem between Gabby and Brian. Did the family know about this before all of this was released today, or is this news to you as well?
We're not going to comment about that. It's an ongoing investigation. It's part of the investigation, so we can't comment on that right now.
Absolutely appreciate that. You're in Wyoming, and this is the other part of the case, right? We want to alert people. Is this the only place where you want people to keep their eyes open? Do you have any sort of specific information that she was actually in Wyoming and did not go anywhere after Wyoming? What do you know, and where do you believe people should have their eyes open and their ears open tonight?
Their plan on their trip was, after they left Utah, was to come to Grand Teton, come through the national park here, see some sights here, and then they were going to continue on up to Yellowstone. The last location that we knew that she was headed, that we knew she was, we had a communication, was a text message that she was in Grand Teton. So this is where we feel we need to be right now. Depending on the information that we get, whatever the investigation unfolds, if we have to go to other areas that might be in the area, we're going to go there. But right now, we feel this is where we need to be.
And again, I absolutely appreciate what you can and can't say, but I'm still going to ask some questions. And Brian Laundrie, people around the country are scratching their heads today on why he and his family have not come out and given some information and given information to police, to the public, as to where to look and what happened. Has there been any communication with him or his family?
We have had no communication between our family and theirs. It's absolutely absurd. We don't understand why. They were traveling together. At some point, you left there. We know you've been home since September 1st. You know something. And the fact that you're hiding behind your attorney, which we understand your constitutional rights not to speak, but it doesn't make any sense to us, none whatsoever.
And your family and the Laundrie family, you all knew each other, right? You're not strangers in all of this.
No, he grew up with Gabby. They went to school together. So they're not strangers. They've known each other for a long time.
So at this point, and again, I'm prying a little bit, trying to keep the story in the headlines. Everyone's going to keep the story in the headlines. Gabby's mom, there's a lot of concern for her tonight. And how is she holding up under all of this?
Nicole is one of the strongest women I've ever met. She's incredibly strong. She's absolutely distraught and upset, but in the same breath, she is as focused as ever to find our daughter. And I commend her for her strength, for mustering up the courage to get in front of the TV cameras and speak out while she's so upset. She's an absolutely wonderful, wonderful person, and amazing.
And as you're out there in this position, and it's I mean, incredibly smart to have that liaison so you can stay on top of everything that's happening. Can you give us some idea of the breadth of the investigation and what agencies are involved and how busy they are and part of what they're doing tonight?
The investigation is multi-jurisdictional. It covers multiple states, multiple agencies. They're all working together very closely. They're all communicating with each other very well, and they all have the same mission as well. And that's the same as us, and that's to find Gabby. It is an ongoing investigation, so even though it's frustrating to us, we understand their position where they cannot divulge information to us because they don't want to hinder their investigation at all or anything to get in the way of that. So we're here. They know we're here. They know we're here to support them, and they're appreciative of that.
The van. It was Gabby's van, right? Your family bought that van?
We did not buy that van for her. I believe it was registered in her name.
It was registered in her name. Okay. And that now is in the custody of investigators, is my understanding.
Yes, that's what we've been told. Northport Police Department in Florida has that van.
All right. As a father, this has to be incredibly difficult for you. Do you have a message for your daughter tonight?
Gabby, we love you so much. We miss you. We want you to come home. We need to find you. I know if you were in trouble, you would reach out to us. So please reach out to us if you are out there and you are hearing any of this. But more importantly, we need the people that know the information about where she is to come out and speak and let us know where to look for her and where she is.
And that was going to be my follow-up question. Do you have a message for Brian tonight?
Our message has been the same over and over again. It has not changed. It will not change. And we will not stop until he speaks out. We have. This is the love of your life. It's been out there on social media. You posted on your accounts. If that is true, then do the right thing. You need to do it now. Stop waiting.
James, our thoughts are with you tonight and your family. We're going to stay on the story, and I hope at some point we have another conversation and we have a resolution and a happy ending for all this.
Thank you. We appreciate everything that everybody's been doing for us. We really do. We do. Thank you.
All right. James Schmidt, Gabby's stepfather, but her father. I mean, it's the same thing. There's no difference from Jackson, Wyoming tonight.
I've always referred to her as my daughter.
Absolutely.
Ever since she was little.
All right. James, good luck out there, and we'll stay in contact.
Thank you, sir.